Welcome everybody to Speed Gaming 4. We are on Speed Gaming 4 today. We got a Link to the Past daily race. We got an open hard mode. I am NilsonAlex92 here on the commentary together with the third X.
Hello, how are you, Nielsen?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good too. And we have a tracking.
Yeah, tracking we got Jinxie Girl, and our two featured runners are Illis and Etio.
So maybe someone does not know what a hard mode is. There's a difference between a normal open and open hard. Hard means there's only you can get the tempered sword, you have no silvers, the boomerang does not stun, cape does need double usage of mana, and the burner is not giving you invincibility. I think, and you have only green mana, of course, and yeah, a shield less, but that's not so important. Important is you get less health, and no stun, and no silvers.
That's pretty much everything they need to keep in mind. Our runners, they will have the pleasure to still be able to just play the seed as normal. It's nothing else more than it's a normal open mode to get with the hard item pool and all that stuff.
Yeah, hard item functionality too. Yeah, one thing, the fairy, the anti-fairy does not convert to a fairy, but just to a heart.
But our runners are almost ready to start. So what do you think? How do you think the seed will be? Do you think it was going to be a pretty nice one, or we're going to have a little bit of a hunt for something?
I don't really want to do the commentator's curse today, but let's just watch it.
Oh. Well, there's one item.
No ice rod hut today.
Normally, when you get an ice rod super early on in the seed, I normally say it's a pendant to a rod. But we got two pendants in the Light World: the blue pendant in Eastern Palace, we got a green pendant in Desert Palace, and a crystal up on Tarafera.
And it was a red crystal.
Look at that! I didn't even see it was a red crystal.
We see some divergence in early tree pull, just some errors, you don't want to see that. The head crab giving you, the bush crab, I mean, giving you some hearts. And only, bombs, early bombs, that's nice.
Yeah, having 3 bombs going into Kakariko is always nice, and that's a red boomerang on the Lumberjack ledge.
So nothing really important, and our first glove.
I would say this is a pretty good start for our two runners here.
Yeah, both going the forest first, so nobody gonna miss this. Isham has a little more info, but yeah, nothing really important yet.
Yeah, I don't think that the boomerang is going to be that important, and like normally the runners want to check the Lumberjack when they get the boots, like when they go up to the mountain.
Yeah, or you check the Lumberjack to know if you're gonna need agony. Oh, the fire rod!
Oh, and the boots! Oh boy.
Oh boy. So this seed is not gonna take long because we have very fast movement from the start.
Fast movement, and we got both fire rod and ice rod. So I would say the hunt for those two items is not going to be that. It's not going to be an issue.
Yeah, indeed. And this could pinpoint to Charger Rock, but we are too early in the seed to say something like that. Early heart is always nice to find. You want to have 4 hearts.
Yeah, definitely. And they're picking up more bombs here, so we're not going to be buying bombs unless we run out of bombs later on. There's our shovel on the bottle merchant.
The first fetch quest. Maybe see a chicken clip? Nope.
Right, getting a few pieces of hearts here early on, so that's going to be pretty nice because you don't get full, like I think 14 hearts in total is the maximum in hard mode.
Exactly. There are only 16 heart pieces. However, all locations are spread, and if you pick up the 14th one, the others are getting replaced. Okay, we can check the library. Oh! Okay,
I mean,
that's two of three. We nearly have Dark World access, we just need a Moon Pearl.
this seed is really giving us, our runners, a lot of options here early on.
Just 10 errors in the racing game. Yeah, just go ahead with those boots and check the shovel spot, it's on the way.
So I would say this is a pretty nice start to the seed. You got both rods and you got boots and you got both mitts, so it's pretty nice.
Okay.
And Illis is taking the decision to check Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb, and then probably going to the back of Escape.
Yeah, I think first the King's Tomb, then back of Escape, and then, well, happens what you find there. Depends what you find there. Maybe go to the to the Death Mountain. Oh, a bottle. Elysium is looking for something. Maybe rupees? I'm not sure what Elysium was looking for.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Looked a little bit weird. He had a lot of bombs, so it was not like he was trying to buy bombs, but...
Okay, we don't want to see a map in here. Map and key on the back of Escape. That's not fortunate.
If we did have magic to that fire rod, the Dark Cross would have been logic, but Illis is taking it a little bit safe here, not going in, no weapon, so
it
can't
is
kill
logic even without magic.
Yeah, well, I mean, you do want something to light up, since we don't have you need to use your bombs, otherwise you get that key rat.
Yeah, and just remember, you don't have a sword, you can't see where you are.
Yeah, so definitely wise choice of Illis to not go back.
So far, we're missing a sword. A hammer would help too. Oh, only one bomb left. Ah, oh, nearly. Those mini troll domes. The bloomerang for Illus. And a flute. And some Zora money.
The flute is very nice because now you can really fast travel, but still missing some weapons here.
Yeah, many locations are opened now. I guess it's activating the flute. You usually do that very fast, and you can give the bottle to Sick Kid.
It's very nice being able to route in both the bottle and the flute. You don't really need.
There you see some divergence. Ethium is going for Hyrule Castle, not going for South Shore now. unlucky triple. I think Isium is looking for Zora money.
And he gets 300 from the uncle, so very close to Sora money.
There you see Illus doing the lumberjack led check. Oh, Isium, pick that up. Oh
So,
yeah, magic might have been what Ethium wanted to pick up. To shovel up like.
Oh yeah, that's actually true. I didn't think about that. You can be lucky and get some magic drops.
Okay, Isium decides to do, oh no, the escape run here.
Going to use a mix of, I guess you have one fire rod shot since this is hard mode. Your magic goes a little bit faster than normal.
Oh, did you see that setup?
Ah, that's a very nice setup.
Oh, and the secretive giving us the single error, which has another name.
The Arrow of Destiny.
Yeah, I was thinking about the mean name of it. I don't want to say it here. It looks like the middle finger.
Oh, I gotcha.
The dam giving us bombs, Isium picking up bombs too.
I gotta say, I really love EDM's setup for the bomb strats on the guards here.
Must have practiced this. There we see a handy use of the flute to go here to Ice Rock Cave. Still lacking some Zora money. Oh, the mirror!
Alright, so that mirror is going to unlock a few more places. It could be a flute in a checkerboard cave.
Yeah, and Tower of Herak is in logic now. However, you don't have a weapon to kill Moldom yet.
But your weapon might be up there in on the mountain if you're super lucky.
Yeah, you need a hammer or a sword. There we see a wonderful water walk of Illus. Since both of the runners don't have the Moon Pearl, you need this to check this waterfall cave. And gets a free bottle of red goo, that's okay, that fill up I think 75% of what you have on health.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was something like that. And we got a heart container in the Dark Cross.
Oh no, it's 50%. And the magic cape on Zora Ledge. This could be needed, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess we will have to wait and see later on.
Okay, now we see each runner retaking the other runner's steps. Ethium has a small advantage because he can just glitch away those blocks here. I think as we see retaking the steps of the runners, we should say follow these runners.
These runners are putting up a beautiful show for us. And Illus learns that he can stun lock the guards here.
Yeah. And by the way, how many runners are there in this open?
There is
stadium?
10 runners in this race today, if I've been looking correct, if I did my math already. So there should be 10 runners in total.
Yeah, and we are only watching 2 of them, but some famous ones, I think.
Yeah, I've heard that both Illis and Idiom, they are pretty good. They're pretty good.
Yeah, I've watched them both before. They see a different bomb setup, but it still works. Meanwhile, Ethium picked up his flute, going bonk rocks and activating the flute, showing the bottle to the sick kid, I think. Same as we saw Ilus doing the escape route here. Yeah, so both runners potentially looking for hammer or sword, and I think Moon Pearl.
Yeah, at this point it's good. Basically, they want to find out Moon Pearl pretty soon here, because that will open up the seed even more for them. I think they would be even more happy if they had a weapon before they go into Dark Roll as well.
Yeah, Fire Rod counts as a weapon, but it's not a weapon you can hurt the most bosses with. Oh, I didn't know you can throw that guard.
Yeah, so the Ice Rod only they kill the blue guards, but the green guards doesn't. You can't kill them with the Ice Rod, which is pretty funny when you think about it.
There we see a common ledge check of Ethium. On the desert ledge, there's nothing but a heart piece. Then we see a map check: red crystal on Turtle Rock and a pendant on Thieves Town.
I think that was Skull Woods actually.
Yes, I mean Skull Woods. Yes.
I didn't. Oh, that it's Bombos for Misery Mire. So you need to pick that Bombos medallion up.
Both runners have the same gear, if I'm not mistaken, and are pretty much in sync, actually. Somehow Ethium managed to get a little lead, but there's so little.
Yeah, the main difference is that Illis did the water checks, and Idiom went straight for the other place. So,
Indeed,
nice
the fake
magic
flippering.
drop. Yeah, water
Oh,
walking.
and there is the Moon Pearl for Ethium, and Illus is gonna pick that up soon too. But can you tell me, why did Illus go into the Maya shed?
Well, you can try and go into Myra Shed. Like you can use your super bunny shape. Like you can use your bunny shape in Myra Shed. I don't really know exactly how you set it up, but you can actually pull it off if you're good at doing
You
it.
can do a super bunny with a mirror if you go in and mirror at the same time, but Illus was not doing so. He just went in and went out. We see a lot of bomb strats here.
Yeah, that's you won't see your magic. There's your magic drop though for Illis.
Totally handy. So Ethium nearly forgot about Mayashek. You can run through those fireballs with boots. Oh, and there's our bow.
Well, now we actually have a weapon that we can use. Like we can really use a lot of it. Since we have 30 arrows, it's pretty nice to at least have the bow, since we're missing on a sword and other weapons.
Yes, but we still need a sword or a hammer. Tower of Hera is a red crystal, and you can full clear it but not do the boss.
Yeah, I think at this point, Etium and Ilus is not going to go to Hera or the mountain. It's going to take them a while before they go up there.
Indeed. Etium going to Agina's Cape, that's the usual thing you do here.
Yeah, this is a very good spot to just be able to save and quit. You don't need to, or you just do what Etium is doing, just ignoring the save and quit, and it's going to use his mirror. Oh, well, not mirror, flute.
Oh, interesting divergence. Ilus is not taking up that portal. Ethium may go in and finish Desert Palace. And look what on the green pendant is.
Yeah, this is the green pendant, so he could get it, but he's going to have to use both Fire Rod strats / Ice Rod strats or the bow strats.
Yeah, he's going to use Ice Rod, Fire Rod and Bow. I think the Fire Rod shots are not enough here. With those magic usage. Yeah, Lemos are in logic and Ethium is going for it because I think after this Ethium will go to Zahashala and can check 4 things there.
Yeah, and at this point he can also just, if he would want to, he could clear out another pendant dungeon. I don't think he will do it, but the option is there to clear out Eastern Palace as well.
Well, maybe not cleared, but maybe go in there. I mean, it's close and it has some checks. Often there is what you want. Lithium trying to do the uncle rescue, the old man rescue. Oh, Fire Rod is enough, okay.
Nice fight from Etium. Getting, oh, that's
and he
huge.
gets the Somaria, which is absolutely needed. A great and lucky find.
That's a big brain move there from Etium, going back for that Lamolas. This is going to take a very long time for Ilus to find his King of Somaria.
Yeah, but what is the point on not doing it? I mean, it's a green pendant. Green pendant is always good, and you only found 1 item in Desert Palace. You knew there was 1 item left, and it was on the boss. So why not? The boss gives you basically 2 items if you finished it.
I think for Ilus, it just came down to just like you got the Moon Pearl. There's so much other stuff open to you, and it's a pendant dungeon, so makes sense in one way.
That's the problem by getting so much equipped so early. There's so many things open.
Yeah, that is like the biggest issue. Like when you get so many items free in the beginning, you just want to go to the other places where you feel like, oh, there's going to be more items or progression. But in this case, just doing Lamolas was excellent from Etium.
Yeah, basically, if you're using Tracker and you get so many items, the whole map turns green. Okay, so Etium is doing what I told you he will do. He's getting his 4 items, a bottle.
A bottle is nice in this game mode, actually.
Another heart. Okay, nothing really big here. May go for Eastern Palace, I think. No.
Nah, he's going to flee away. There's so much other stuff. I don't think he wants to spend more time in another pendant dungeon.
Yeah, but aren't there 3 items in there?
I think he wants a way to maybe route it in with Palace of Darkness later on.
Yeah. Elios is needing to pull that statue to the to the switch. Etium will not need to do so.
That's one thing that you can save a little bit time on as well.
little
all
bit?
little time saves. Yeah, a little bit.
Much time, I think. But Ethium decides to first go here into the Dark Village of the Damned. Gets another heart. Ethium has 7 hearts, while Illus only on 4.
Illis skipped some of the easy pieces of hearts, and I don't think he did Dark Cross either.
Oh, Leximus Prime, this is open heart, so it's basically open, but you don't have access to all item upgrades, so you won't see silvers or the butter sword here, and the items do work a little different. Basically, oh, there's our first sword for Ethium. Basically, you need more magic, and the bottle refill is not full, and there's no stun with boomerang, and so on. Somehow the runner's command is not working.
So I was thinking about, I was just checking our pendant locations. So with that sword, we do have access to our pedestal pretty fast here.
Indeed. Well, not yet. For Eastern Palace, I think we need a lamp.
With that fire rod, you can go and do the Armor's Knights with in that dark room, but it all depends on where the big key is, of course.
Obviously vanilla. Oh, and the second sword! That's good to go. You don't need any further sword upgrade. I mean, it saves time, but you technically don't need it.
And Idiom doesn't want to go to the back of Thieves Town without that hammer.
Of course not. I didn't count the items, though. Oh, Ethium. Okay. Didn't count the items. How many are there left? Two or less?
I think it's 2 left. I didn't really count either, so... Oh, there's a hook shot.
This is the hook shot, and this technically puts the whole Death Mountain into logic.
I mean, the only thing that's missing right now for Idiom is having a medallion to be... Well, and a hammer, of course, to be able to do Turret Rock at this point.
Yeah. Well, even if you don't want to go and do Turtle Rock early, usually, but a hammer would be nice too. Ethium decides to do the Smith chain, however, while Illus is about to find his first sword. This is our first shield for Ethium. Nothing we wanna see, and Illus did find the first sword now. So Ethium probably taking that purple chest with him to check K45 and Stumpy on his way.
It is going to be turn it in and probably do Hype Cave as well.
Of course.
Then the main question is, where do you go after that? I think the mountain is a pretty good play to do now with that hook shot.
Yes, indeed. Ethium finding his Master Sword, you obviously will go to the mountain. Oops, a small... What does Ethium do? Not sure why Ethium is going back for that piece of heart.
Maybe he just want that extra protection if he picks up another piece of heart later on, get another heart container.
There you see the small trick. concerning that purple chest, you just leave it in the dark world, so you can finally use the boots again, which you can't use with the chest. And as soon as you mirror on that guy over there, you turn in an invisible chest. To perform that glitch, you just leave it anywhere in the dark world, move to him and portal, and you have to talk to him in your iframes.
And in this case, EDM got 300 rupees or richer from doing that.
Yeah, both runners pretty rich here. There's your hype cave.
Let's see. Do we have a hammer near? That would be pretty nice if we got a hammer here.
Oh, blue goo. Nothing bad about that. Flippers. Another fetch quest for fungus and our last sword upgrade. The tempered sword.
This is a pretty nice setup here.
I'd give that hive cave a 6 out of 10.
I would probably give it something like that as well.
Ethium is lacking bombs, probably gonna buy them here. Not sure. Or just jumping into the water, okay.
These are the checks that EDM never did earlier, I think. Unless you get that powder.
A blind leg higher check and you got a powder, another fetch quest. Which you actually can do. You don't need a hammer for this one, because you have Dark World access and mids. Yeah, no sword so early, no sword, and then you got tempered. Ethium saving some time doing this hobo. It is completing the Smith chain too. Ethium did set up fake flippering with that jump, but didn't need to.
Setting up a fake flipper when you already got the flippers, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, you jumped right off the right spot to fake flipper. So, as we found our 3 swords, which we only can have, and our bow, there are 2 20 rupees. So a green 21. It is collecting his hype cave with the fungus, the sword upgrade, and another bottle. Ethium deciding not to visit the witch yet, but check the graveyard ledge first, I believe. However, Illus taking a different route, instantly checking the fungus. Just a piece of heart, however. Not deciding to pick it, but Ethium is picking up his heart. I mean, that's not bad. You only have a total of 14 maximum health, and you only have a green mail. Ganon does deal 4 damage.
You don't want to take too much damage later on, so totally understandable from medium side.
Yeah, I mean, Ethium has some health already, but on Illus' side, I would collect them.
Yeah, I would do the same thing, but I think Illus just feels safe on the health department right now.
Do you recognize it? Ethium is gonna spare a lot of time. He can basically do all the checks together soon here. And this is a nice setup. You just use it and now you get a free teleportation back. You can't do it even faster. Just to reset that one. This is such a good setup here. And now he can do Zora area and Catfish if Ethium wants to.
There's
But
your
he
bombos
doesn't want to.
in
Oh!
Terrafera, so now we can clear out Mr. Meyer. Well, Ethium can do it, but Illos can't.
No runner can do it because Ethium. We could do it because we know where it is.
Well, I was more thinking that Ethium knows the bombos is required for Meyer, so and he's the one with King Samaria, so.
Yeah, but doesn't have bombos yet. But here we will see a boot setup for Herapod. Finally it worked. However, you can't check the big chest then. Yeah, the blue cane actually does work. The blue cane does deal damage, but it doesn't grant invincibility. Except in the I think it should work in Spike Cave. In Spike Cave you should have invincibility.
Time to check out Sora here. Catfish only had 10 arrows, so is Sora going to be a little bit better or not?
Oh.
Nope.
10% back. Illus did kill the first boss, gains a red crystal and some bombs from the Moldome, while Ethium is getting the cape from the Zora's Ledge. And blue boomerang does work too, same as the red boomerang, but it does not stun. But some enemies get damage from. I mean, you could kill the Armos Knights with the boomerang if you want to.
Not the most fun thing you can do though.
But it's fun. I once saw it. It's really fun to watch.
It's fun to watch, but it's not fun to do it.
Oh, Illus accessing the Paradox Cave from the wrong entrance. I mean, it's not wrong, but you rarely see this. Oh, and there's a lamp.
I gotta say, I love the lamp in this game. I love it.
Okay, so on the bugnet for Illus, that's totally useless, the bugnet. If you already have a sword, the bugnet is useless. Bugnet cannot catch anything.
In hard mode, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, well, I think you can collect bees maybe, but you can't collect any fairy. And you don't want to collect bees, I think.
Oh, I mean, if you want to collect beads from Mothula, that's a different thing, but I don't think you will do it when you already have Fire Rod, so...
Yeah, that's a bad find here. I can only imagine it being useful against Aghanim if you have the cape and the lamp and no sword. But you can't even approach him without a sword, so that's not being useful at all. You may collect bees, but that's not so much easy. Ethium is collecting their bombos immediately, using the mirror to save some time.
It's Vanilla Quake Medallion for Turtle Rocks. We need to find that Quake as well.
Okay.
So we're actually just Quake and Hammer away from Go mode.
Indeed. Oh, there we see our first 20s. That could be a bow or a sword upgrade or a mail upgrade. Illu's checking the island there, just a big red rupee. Spiral Grave for Illus. Lithium finishing Moldom 2. Not very trolly today.
Very
And
friendly.
Illus is going back here to Zezat. I'm not sure why. Maybe to finish.
Well, he can open up Misery Mire, and it looks like he's going to do that without the cane that's on Lamolas. It's a little bit of time loss here.
Yes, especially why, because, well, I mean, Misery Maya only has 2 items. And yeah, if there's an item on the how's it called, on the vanilla big key chest, I think it is the one you need very long to get. Your coffee break chest. If it happens to be there, the item, then it's a big time loss.
The most, like, the worst thing for Illus that could happen here is if he only finds one item and the other one is on Vitreous. But then again, he's so close to Desert Palace, I think he will actually finish it when he's here in the area.
Lithium picking up his lamp. Yeah, I think Illus is hoping to find the Cane of Sumeria in here, but he's not. Depending on the chances you get, I mean, phew. Maybe he's going to do Desert then at next. Took a death in here, you don't want to have it usually. It's a long way to get back in.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate.
So I suppose that was not an intentional death.
Yeah, I don't think it was. But then again, we didn't really have a way to go into the spike chest without taking damage either way, so...
Someone said that Moonpearl was on Zelda's cell. That is not right. In Zelda's cell there was the mirror. I don't remember where Moonpearl was. Where was it?
The Moonpearl was in the Desert Palace, the map chest. So the only chest you can get since
Yes.
the dungeon was the boots locked.
So there was no reason to die in the escape sequence, but Ethium did set up a bomb, an intentional death with a bomb, and in the moment found the mirror. So yeah, you never expect that. Illus saving some magic, finding the last shield upgrade.
I mean, it's the correct color. It's a correct color. It's not the thing he wants to pick up here, Illus.
Yeah. And now you need to do this long check. You usually want to avoid this because of this coffee break. Let's go get some coffee.
I would not say no to coffee, actually. That sounds pretty good right now.
Okay, coffee is ready. And there's a big key.
vanilla big key, so we can get that big chest as well. So hopefully Ellis gets something from this dip in here. Maybe a hammer would be nice.
Indeed, but I think... Well, I'm not sure where the hammer is, but I think it's not there. Could be in pot.
Vanilla hammer would be wouldn't surprise me at all.
I say French vanilla hammer in pot. In pot there are so many checks.
Yeah. Let's see.
There's usually at least one item you need in pot. And there is one item on Vitreous, which we are gonna see when Ethium is picking it up.
Yeah, Illa's going to go and take care of Lamolas. Is going to get their Kidness Maria.
Yeah, you totally want to do this. At this point, when I'm in Illa's situation, I want to do Eastern Palace because it has the most checks on there. 3 on the Hashara and 3 on Eastern Palace. And before I go there, I definitely take the Green Pendant. And then you happen to find the Sumeria, and then you don't go to Eastern Palace.
Yeah, exactly. He will go back right in and kill off Vitreous.
Exactly, but you see the plan?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It totally sounds like a plan, and then you change plans. So Ethium will go in lead after killing Vitreous on the crystal count. Yeah, Ethium is avoiding. Okay, though, so Illus had the Game of Sumeria now.
And will most likely go back right in and get their crystal.
I could imagine some imaginary rage slashes.
Yeah, I could definitely see some rage slashes in his mind right now. Okay, so Illus is actually fluting away.
No. Resetting up the Dark World from this point. I'm not really sure why, but why not?
At this point, I can imagine that Illus is a little bit.
Do you see this? Ethium is doing the logical thing. You avoid the... how it's called? Sequence chest? However, this coffee break chest.
Oh yeah, the cutscene chest.
Cutscene, yeah. That's the name. Oh, I never opened this door, actually. So Ethium is realizing he needs to do the cutscene chest. I don't really know why he picks up that small mana. That's a small magic there because there's a big magic on the way up.
Probably just playing super safe if something would happen.
Whoops, I had... Huh?
Illus is closing in on that Vitreous fight.
We're doing some spooky Maya action. Actually, I never know how to set it up.
Not me either, to be honest, so...
I know how it's... I know what they do. It's like they use the fire rod and there's some kind of how you can control where the flame damage is after it hits the wall. Because the flame damage, like when you hit the wall or an enemy, there's a small flame, but the damage of the flame is not where the sprite is. And you can set the damage to somewhere else. And this is usually what you do there.
Illis is making good use of that bottle with red potion here.
Yeah, we may see Ethium use his cape in the fight.
Oh,
I'm not
there's our
sure.
Book of Medora on Vitreous.
Indeed. Maybe we have a pedestal check? I don't think so. Skullboots is a panda.
Maybe not the pedestal, but we do have some checks left up on the mountain with the tablets and also the Bombus tablets, but
I think we
never
may
know
see the
where.
Bombos tablet, but we will not see the tablet on the Death Mountain soon, because they already finished Tower of Hera.
Yeah, it will take a while before I check that one.
I think Elos is doing Thief Sound now.
Yeah, at this point you need to do Thieves Town. I think you're pretty safe at this point.
Too bad I didn't count the items yet. I'm not sure if there will or will not be an item locked behind the hammer. They say 2 left here. Lithium is using his magic powder on the antivirus to turn them into normal hearts. Almost full life. Is seeing his cape and will use cape strats. So the thing is, cape does use double magic, but when you slash with your sword, you get a free frame in which the cape does not use magic at all.
Yeah, that's a good part with Cape, that you can just stand. If you just stand still, you don't use any magic at all.
Yeah, but only if you use the sword.
Yeah.
Or if you pull on the wall, but you don't need that one, except in GT maybe.
I think we got our second item there from Illis in Thieves Town. Since we didn't count the items, we do know that there's a sword, so...
Chat said 2 items left. Were there? What did he get?
He got bombs here, so...
So 1 left maybe, I think.
It'll be interesting to see where Idiom decides to go here from Nahira on now. Maybe Thieves Town or...
Yeah, exactly doing the same. I mean, what was that? This was the last item. This was a heart. I mean, a piece of a heart. For Illis. Yeah, I think you're gonna do Thieves Down here because you cannot. What is? No, it's a pet check. It's a pet hype.
Yeah, let's
Get
see
your pet hypes ready in chat.
Let's see. Oh,
Couch cash. And there we see a nice scripted fight on blind here.
Idiom is actually deciding to go up to the Ether tablet here.
Ethan hoping for well, what?
I guess he really hopes that he finds that hammer here.
Okay, this is a funny call.
Let's see, Aether Tablet God. Another heart.
Heart. And now you're pretty okay with all your health. I think Ehium is doing Thieves Town now.
Yeah,
Illus is doing Skull Woods.
So for Illus here, it's going to be he clears this pendant out, and then he will check pedestal.
I would have done it in the exactly reverse order. I would check pet first if I'm gonna do the boss here. I mean, I want to avoid Mothula as long as I can.
I think I don't think they got all the items from this dungeon earlier.
Well,
That
then
might
you
be
can
it.
check the boss chest. Or the big key chest. I'm not sure if that was checked too. A very nice fight. Just a compass, so totally wasted. Decided to pick up the pendant anyway. I would have mirrored out maybe, but he didn't know what is on pad. So Ethium will figure out he does not need the to do the boss, I think.
Just depends on if he does this chest here before going to Mothula. And we got in this chest we got another piece of heart. So Skull Woods is completely unnecessary.
But it's come in handy for Illus.
Yeah,
now has
for
7
Illus,
hearts.
it's pretty important.
Illus doing a pad check now.
So this is pretty much just a hunt for the hammer at this point. We don't know we need Quake Medallion, but we will find it along the way.
Indeed, yeah.
That hammer is blocking a lot of locations for us.
Ethium decides to do the boss and then checks the boss chest. I wouldn't do so. If I know the pedestal is not, I would try the boss chest first. Because it's faster than doing the boss. And it's 50-50 chance where the item is. Both of the runners can check the Batcave. There could be an item on there.
There could be an item there, but it looks like
Illus can't.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Illus can. With fake powder. Okay.
Nah, he can't actually. Illus turned in his mushroom, I think, and it didn't hard reset.
Oh yeah. Illus decides to pick up a full heart container. You rarely see this. So Illus can't check the... Well, it can be that the Batcave is holding our hammer. Because it actually is not hammer locked. Illus deciding to do a hobo and maybe after it... I mean, Illus didn't check... didn't check Catfish or Zora yet.
Yeah, so he doesn't have the information about that. I think Illus do want to go to...
You know,
looks like he wants to go to Pod.
You know what I want to see of Ichim? I want to see the Bumper Cave ledge check. And maybe Ethium is doing this. Yes.
This makes sense. Just check, just get your information if that cape was required for Farm Village or not.
Oh, and there's
Yeah.
just a green one. I mean, it's totally normal to do this after you've finished Skullwoods. On Ethians, being Ethium, I would go to Pot and clear Pot and Eastern Palace, I think. But Ethium decides to first do the powder Batcave check.
Yeah, Idiom is very thorough with the way he's routing right now. He doesn't want to skip out on on these one-off locations, so this makes sense for Idiom.
Yeah, Elis is doing this check here. Let's see. Just another hard container.
We're getting close to that.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the hammer has to be on either the Bombos tablet, in the first chest of Swamp Palace, or in Eastern, or in Palace of Darkness.
It could also be in what is it called, Ice Palace. It could also be in there.
Could be in the Ice Palace too, and I mean, there are a few checks before you need the hammer. You know what? I occasionally I saw that hammer on Ice Palace just lately.
It's not fun when you find it in there because it's just one of those dungeons where you want to have the hammer before you dip in, but sometimes Rando is not going to play nice with you.
Same goes for me and Palace of Darkness. I want to have the hammer before going in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Same goes for Swamp. And you sometimes see the hammer in Swamp first chest.
Oh, there's your
Oh! So Ilus has access to Turtle Rock, but Turtle Rock is hammer locked.
So it's pretty funny. Our go mode item today is that hammer.
Yeah. This is welcome to the hammer run. Hammer hunt. Hammer hunt.
It's not often that you see the hammer being your go mode item. It's pretty rare to have that scenario actually. There's your blue cane. Well,
and there's the hammer and Palace of Darkness, so it's French vanilla. And this means that Ethium is actually in go mode, our first runner, with a time of 1 hour and 1 minute.
Yeah, so Illus only needs to go and clear out his dungeons here. Only got Swamp Palace and Ice Palace. And Turtle Rock, of course, but it's pretty nice dungeons to just go mode these days.
Indeed, so Illus made up, and yeah, because Ethium checked everything on his way, Illus was able to catch up.
That's what happens sometimes when you get, like you said earlier, when you get so many items at one time, you just don't want to skip a location. Or you end up skipping a location like Illus did earlier with the Kingdoms of Maria, but ran out of options.
Yep, I mean, Ethium was kinda leading a lot because Illus was searching for the Cane of Samaria, and then Ethium decided to do a lot of unnecessary checks. Yeah, so that's it for today. I think after Palace of Darkness you will do... not sure. What would you do first? Would you first do Swamp Palace or Ice Palace?
I mean, it's real hard to say because I think I would actually do Ice Palace first.
I think I would do that too.
Ice Palace is have become so much faster since the Icebreaker glitch they found in Ice Palace, where you just use your Samaria to go through the rail, and so you get to the vanilla big key chest. So I think that is what we're going to do here. I think Ice Palace and then Swamp Palace before going up to Rock.
Let's hope Ethium is not going into a Swamp Palace. It seems like Ethium is doing it. Illus finished Halmasaur.
Yeah, this is trying to see if you're getting lucky here with the first chest.
It's another green 20, so that's another sword upgrade or bow or mail upgrade or shield upgrade. And Ethium is doing Swamp Palace first check. So it's double dipping Swamp Palace sooner or later. Let's hope Ethium is not going to check Ice Palace before going to Palace of Darkness. I mean, every runner always tells you Palace of Darkness always wields one item you need. If you're playing a seed and you're looking for an item, go to Palace of Darkness. There will be one item you need.
It's so I don't know what to say. It's so common that you find your hammer in pod if you're like just looking for it. It's sometimes it's just annoying to find it in pod, but yeah.
It's always annoying to find a bot, I think. But yeah, I always find it's always the same. One item is in pot. Anything. Maybe the fire rod, maybe the bow. Looks like Ethium is actually going to Path of Darkness now.
Yeah, this is the only thing Ethium got left. I mean, he could go into Ice Palace, but
exactly.
Since he already went in Swamp Palace, not finding your hammer in there, I don't think you want to take another gamble.
There we see the Icebreaker. He failed. Second try. Worked. Not about to check this chest. Because why?
And there's literally no point for Illus to open up a single chest here.
Yep, you just get that one key and then you're gonna go for the boss. You need that one key for this door here. You need nothing more. Yeah, well, a validation key. Okay. I mean, what does Illus hope to find in that chest? It only costs time. There's nothing Illus can find that would help him. Except a heart container, maybe.
I think it's more like a reflex, like you're so used to open up chests in Rando that it becomes like a reflex when you see one, you open it.
I know. That's the go mode reflex is to not open anything. Okay, Ethium finally. Which chest was the hammer?
In the turtle chest, well, with the room with all the turtles in.
Okay. Isn't that the map chest, the original one?
I actually have no idea if there's a map in that one. I'm so bad at the
Compass?
dungeons.
I'm not sure where that is.
Beautiful fight from Illus on Cold Stare.
So, Illus is on the 5th crystal, only missing 2 crystals, and Swamp Palace going to there next, obviously, because you always spare Turtle Rock for the end. We are expecting to see a few rage slashes of Ethium soon, but not yet. Yeah, Jinxie, that's normal. The tracker is always, well, a bit weird. Sometimes it's not even doing anything.
So Ilium is 1 item away from his go mode. Little does he know that his go mode item is going to be in here as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's expecting to that it's here. It must be here or in Ice Palace for him. There's no other check he didn't do.
I mean, there is that Eastern Palace, but he's going to get this big hammer here in just a few seconds. Like, literally this second.
We see some rage bombs. No rage bombs, no rage slashes. Total concentration. Yep, managed to find the big key. Why is he not mirroring now? Whatever. What do you think? Will we see some how do you call this glitch here in Swamp Palace?
The diver down? I think we might
Yeah.
actually get to see it from Illus. Since he did the icebreaker earlier, I would expect him to almost do the icebreaker, the diver down as well.
I'm not sure because we're in go mode. There's a small time save doing yeah, in this room if you achieve it on the first time, and yeah, we're gonna see the diver down. This is I don't know if it's really new, but it's newly allowed. You basically place a Samaria block there or a bomb. It works with a bomb too. Yep.
Beautiful. First try even.
Well, I can't do it with a bomb yet.
Nah, not me either. I don't have a good strat for the bomb, so... Or like a good way to see where you place your bombs to get the correct pixel.
Yeah, the bomb is not... I mean, the bomb pixel is not that specific, but your position of jumping out must be very precise.
Yeah, that as well. But it looks like Illus have spent a lot of time practicing it.
Yeah, I have some problems with jumping off the water in the right pixel. And this fight is gonna be very fast for Illus. Oh, both runners exactly in the same moment went in the arena. Let's see who's first with his boss. Ethium has more problems. Walked right into Helma. And Illus finished first, of course.
Nice refill there for with the hearts, for getting that heart piece for Illus, so he's in a lot better position now than earlier.
Yeah, well, the refill wasn't that good, but another heart was okay. I mean, the refill was useless.
I get that little extra time save from that, you know, filling up there in the last part.
And now Illus, of course, after Swamp Palace, is going to go to Turtle Rock. No, it's going to refill the bottles and then going to Charter Rock, of course. Lithium is going to Swarm Palace now. Did finish Palace of Darkness. Needs to do Ice Palace too. How many Ganon Forts of Illus to make their time even? Okay, Ethium entering Swamp Palace, while Illus is entering the Paradox Cave on his way to Turtle Rock. This will be Illus' last dungeon. I think the routing of the players will be exactly the same. There will be no great divergence, except for maybe for Ganon's Tower. This decides some time at least, but I'm not sure if Ethium is going to come any closer. However, those are not the only 2 runners. We got 10 runners in this race. We are only watching 2 of them.
So let's go into our last dungeon here.
Exactly. How many Ganon Forts does Illus need so that Ethium is about to catch up?
I actually have no idea how many, but I would say a lot at this point.
I think it depends on Ganon's Tower a little, because in Ganon's Tower there is some divergence on how fast they find the big key.
The only
But
good
until
part
then,
is, the only good part is that, like you said, it comes down to the routing of GT as well. But Illus got a pretty good lead so far.
yeah, that's an awesome lead. Oh, Ethium is doing the diver down too. Let's see if he decides to do a bomb one or a Sumaria one. Yeah, it's Sumaria, so you need to place it in between those two. The rail and the normal thing, and then you jump off it. It looks pretty easy. And it's not that hard. The hardest part is to jump off the water in the right pixel. Okay, because I mean the routing will be exactly the same until Ganon's Tower, and then Ganon's Tower decides where that big key is, and I believe unless it's behind the Armor's Knights, Ethium has no chance to catch up in Ganon's Tower.
I mean, you never know what can. Like, we are on green mail, and I mean, sure, we have some safeties, but you never know what could happen going up the climb.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's no Randomizer, so they know the enemy is approaching. But maybe we see a death on the GT climb. Yeah, that could be something. Well, as I said a little earlier, those are not the only 2 runners we have. We have 10 runners, and not only those 2 are racing, but those 2 are racing with competing with the other racers too. So we actually don't know if Illus is the first of everyone. Well, we will see it later on. Yeah, Illus skipping the lever chest, of course, because you don't need it.
Yeah, exactly. You save one small key because there's going to be a small key in the other chest most likely. So it would be use one and get one.
I didn't. I was looking at Ethium. Did Illus pick up the big key already?
Yeah.
Yes. Ah, now I see it. Okay, then you can of course skip that chest. If you don't have the big key in that moment, it would be a gamble to skip it. I mean, it would be dumb to skip it. There has to be it then.
And there's a small key here, so Illus doesn't need to go to Laser Bridge at all with this key setup.
Yeah, if you're good on the Trinex fight, I mean, he has bottles, so Illus is good. Yep, not even picking up that chest here. And there we see another icebreaker of Ethium soon. You always have to remember you have to hit the switch one time before you go in there. So another icebreaker attempt. Oh, it's from behind, okay. I failed. Don't push the block around so many times, and then you can proceed with the same block. Illus did do so. Illus failed it on the first attempt too, but proceeded on the same block. Ethium is not getting it quite. That's unfortunate. I think after 3 attempts, the bomb jump is actually faster.
Yeah, it's faster if you don't get it after a few tries.
And Ethium still needs a block for each attempt. That's cost him a lot of magic. You can just reuse the same block.
I
Don't
honestly,
push it too many times.
but Illus takes down Trinex, so do you want to play a game here? Because we got all the crystal going into Ganon's tower.
I want to build a snowman. Yes, I want to play that game. Okay, the big guessing game. Do we have it officially?
It's not never official, but put in your numbers, your guesses between 1 and 22, and let's win some, I don't know, bragging points.
Yeah, you win honor.
Where do you think the big key will be?
I think it will be on the torch. I don't say any number, I just say it's on the torch. That could be number 1 or number 3, I'm not sure what it is, but it's on the torch. What do you say for a number?
I always go with tile room, so whatever number they could do tile room in.
Okay, so I'm not right yet, but there was some upgrade of a sword, bow, mail or shield on that torch. It should have said 7, but whatever. Check number 2.
Just
5 so far.
Just a bunch of small keys, and that was actually our last heart container.
Nice. 20. Could
Or
be
not. I obviously haven't counted all the heart containers.
I believe we have 7 checks now.
That is correct. We are on number 7.
Skip the tile room at first, but because you always do this. Save some magic with this torch. Ethium getting his last crystal before Turtle Rock. Now heading to Turtle Rock. Okay, Illus not wasting some magic here, not using the bombs. Okay, that was not the last heart container. This may be. A last bottle. Oh man, how many checks do we have? 5, 6, 7.
We are up to 11 right now. Yeah, number 11.
So in chat we have guess 13 and 20. The 9 guess and the 8 guess is out of. Ilus deciding to continue left side. So we have, I believe, four chests, and then you need to do armors. Oh no, there's this one chest here first. Okay, we have 12 checks now. So the next one is the number 13. Oh, blue boomerang again starts here. Perfectly done.
Sometimes it's actually good to pick up your boomerangs. Sometimes they're actually helpful.
I mean, you could have used a bomb or a Chaos Samaria, but it's a little faster if you can do it with a boomerang here. And that's 13. It's a right guess. 13. Dark Knight side did guess 13. Congratulations.
That's a pretty solid guess there, I would say.
Yeah. Perfectly guessed. So Dark Knight side is the winner of our unofficially, big key chest game here in GT. Did I say big key chest game? Big key guess game.
It's words are just hard sometimes.
Oh, Ethium managed to do a fast one on these torches. It's always a hard thing to grab the torch you're just lightened with the hookshot here. Okay, Ilus on the way to climb up GT. Has 4 bottles, and I believe 3 of them are filled with something. At least 2 of them are filled with blue goo. So Ilus is perfectly safe if he's not overconfident.
Yeah, Ilus is so well prepared for doing this climb and just doing Ganon as well.
So it's not to use Fire Rod here. And another spin. And he's got it. Yeah, the open heart is always silverless unless you are playing swordless, then you get to have the silvers, which only work on Ganon in hard mode. But in this hard mode, as you have a sword, you don't get silvers at all. You just cannot find them. As soon as there are 2 possible bows here, but as soon as you find one, the other one turns into a green 20. Oh, Ethium took the shortcut, not checking the big chest. I believe Ilus did check the big chest.
Yeah, he did. So he got a small key from there. So I think unless there's a small key here in this chest, which is not, he needs to go to... and he needs to hope there's a small key on Laser Bridge.
But it's no problem for Ethium. For Ilus it was, because Ilus didn't have any invincibility. But Ethium has his cape and has invincibility. You know, Burner is not working.
That is correct, but I'm pretty sure that these 2 runners are pretty comfortable with doing laser skips as well.
Yeah, of course, but it's cost a little more time. Yeah, Ilus hoping not to get a fall on Trolldom. Pretty mean Trolldom. making Illus fall. That's something I, as a watcher of the stream, want to see. I always want to see the runners getting bad rando.
There's the EDM small key on laser bridge, chest number 2.
Ethium is all good. Illus got a big red one out of the last chest here in GT. I mean the Mordom chest. And is about to get to Aga 2. How many blue balls?
Well, we never know. And hopefully 0. Illus hopefully hopes for 0.
I hope 3. I say 3. But it's hard. It's a 3 attack here. 2 now.
Beautiful.
First blue ball, only one blue ball. And I believe that was a 3 cycle, wasn't it?
Yes, that was a 3 cycle, but a very nice from Illus, just being able to bring him down as fast as possible.
Yep, and Illus is approaching Ganon in this very same moment when Ethium is finishing to the rock. I believe that's it. For Ethium, he's not able to catch up to Illus, I believe, but still, there are 10 runners and Ethium is not gonna lose. Not be the last, maybe. Nice double spin. Did you see that double spin? Whoa.
Yeah, that's very nice execution from Illus, just showing off why he's a very talented runner in this game.
I think that's phase 3 now, if I counted correctly. Just to be sure, some more slashes. Ethium entering GT. Illus on the nearly the last phase, getting his lamp ready to perform the torch glitch.
And when you're doing this without servers, especially in hard mode, you definitely want to get your torch glitch as well.
No half magic and silverless. But you have the at least. What was the occasion?
Planet-free zombies.
Yeah. He always says this when it's not available. But at least you have the temporal sword.
Nice triple from Illus.
I'm curious if Ethium, I'm always looking to Ethium too. Nope. Ethium is gonna need exactly the same time as Illus did to find the big key. Yep. Illus decided to bottle up. You get half refill, as if I'm not mistaken, I just wrote the website. And Illus finished Ganon and is about to pass that hardest bridge in the whole game and get your GGs ready. As soon as Illus did pass this bridge, he finished the race.
Illus finishing as number 1 on the restream and is the number first finisher in the race overall with an official SRL time of 1 hour 31 minutes and 22 seconds. GG's to Illus.
GG's. So he's first of our restream and first on the race.
Yeah, Illus took it all today.
Wow. It was pretty solid after he found that Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, that Cane of Samaria could have been a very bad thing for Illus, but thankfully he went in there. Well, that was like the only chance. Yeah, he had to.
Yeah.
At that.
It was perfectly after this. He last located Cane of Samaria, but then perfectly done. So Ethium is about to find his big key too. See, that's costing time now.
That's a little bit unfortunate, but we are joined by Illus. GG's.
GG.
GG, Silos.
So how did you like this seed, Illus? Did you enjoy it?
I think I did. Like, it was a bit challenging, especially like the Maya, 6 hearts Vitreous. It's kind of cool, and otherwise, I guess I got a bit lucky because I figured after my Maya dip that I would want to do something more low percent than just go into bot. So I cleared out Desert, which I possibly wanted to do in the early game anyway, but I didn't in the end. And I got lucky with the cane. And yeah, from that point on, I just tried to do the high percent plays again because I figured people might look for that cane. Though I was kind of in love with the idea of hammer and pad. So I went for Skywoods first before I went to pod. Unfortunately, I miscounted keys and mistakenly killed Mothula, but overall it still went very well for me. Hammer Go mode is very nice.
Indeed, Hammer Go mode, something you don't see very much. Saying on the restream, we had you and Ethium, and well, Ethium managed to check pedestal before clearing Skullwoods, but did clear Skullwoods, but found that Sumaria very much when you said you wanted to clear out Desert Palace first, but didn't? Yeah, he did.
Oh, I see.
So he had that one and didn't need to double dip Maya, but then after this, Ethium did do a lot of other checks, not going to pod straight ahead.
Oh, so he refused to go to pod. I mean, I understand the sentiment, but it was absolutely the most high percent play for me, and I figured that after the cane, which people might not find, I should just go for it because then I would probably have a good time. And yeah, because I figured pod would most likely have the hammer, so I just went for it, and my plans worked in the end.
Yeah, pod always wields some item you want to have.
I'm not so sure about that one. I have a lot of bad experiences with pod, but yeah, sometimes you just have to go.
Yeah, you did this pretty solid play after finding that cane. Before finding the cane, you did some other things, but then perfectly played. So fast found the hammer.
Yeah, as I said, there was the thing with Skullwoods, but otherwise it was very quick. Like, yes, as I said, pod was the high percent play. I was lucky to find the Quake before I found the hammer, and then I just go modded some dungeons, and it was very quick and it was very cool. I rarely get to go mod as many dungeons as I did in this seed.
Yeah, I think it's because of the hammer.
Yeah, hammer go mod is very rare, and you cannot clear a lot of dungeons or maybe even enter without the hammer. So yeah, it's been a while since my last hammer go mod.
Yeah, how do you feel about that very early finding Ice Rod and then Fire Rod?
After checking the Light World map, I was actually hopeful that TR would be a crystal for once after an early Ice Rod, and it was. And I think Fire Rod is one of my favorite items, so I'm very glad. I was very glad to see it, and obviously Ice Rod because it's very elusive usually. So yeah, very nice seeds. We also found like Boots and Fluid very early, which quickened the pace of the seed, despite some not very friendly item placements maybe.
Yeah, boots early and flute early always makes the seed faster. But you manage to do a swordless, and then you get 3 swords, just one after another.
Yeah, usually that's my experience with cross keys, but this time it was in an open seat.
I have to say, Illis, your setup for both the icebreaker and diver down was very impressive to see. You nailed that very, very well, actually.
Yeah, I tend to have problems with Dirodon sometimes, but this time it was just super quick and nothing went wrong, and it was very nice. Usually I don't have problems with Icebreaker, but I think I needed some extra buffers. So it was the other way around than usual a bit, but in the end I still managed to get them all very quickly. And yeah, I guess I got used to those glitches.
Yeah, you get pretty fast used to this. You did icebreaker two times, I think. You set up it once and you failed to do it on the first time, but you did it with the same block. Did I see that right?
Yes.
I love that.
You can recover from that. I would often just place a new block because I'm kind of out of position. But in that one I wasn't really. So yeah, I figured I'd give it a shot, and it worked out well.
Yeah, I perfectly like this. If you just reuse the block and just push it 1 pixel to see if you're standing right, and if it doesn't work, you just reuse the block. But Ethium did do many attempts and used half of its magic.
I mean,
Unlucky.
yeah, sometimes it depends on the setup. I think I have a very, very good setup. Shoutouts to Lin for teaching me that, actually. And yeah, it rarely fails. It's very consistent, and I like it a lot. So consider giving that one a try if you don't do some pause buffer strats, or basically what I did, because it's very nice. I really like that setup.
I'm going to go and check your setup for the diver down with the bombs because I don't know how to do it with the bombs.
I don't know how to do it with the cane.
What?
Okay.
The cane is pretty easy.
I just never bothered to learn, really, because I learned it with the bombs once. It looked fine. It has less requirements, so I learned the bomb setup.
It's the same one. If you do bombs or cane, it's the same jump out of the water. And the jump out of the water, this is the one part which is complicated. The other thing, placing the cane or placing the bomb, I think it's easy, but the bomb is giving you time pressure.
Yeah, that's true. But as I said, it has less requirements. Like you don't need the cane for Swamp Palace, so I figured I would just stick with that one. I might learn the cane, but sorry, go ahead.
And Ethium just finished his Ganon and did finish now with...
EDM finished, as you can see, second here on the restream, second overall in the race with an official SRL time with 1 hour, 41 minutes and 13 seconds.
GG's to Ethium.
Let's see here if EDM is going to join us for an interview as well.
Here, both of you did do a Herapod as well.
Yeah, that's one of the glitches which I learned like a long time ago, kind of, because it's been discovered a bit earlier. But and I know multiple setups, but it's kind of hard for me because there are some like pixel perfect timings or whatever, and I don't like that glitch very much.
And we are joined by EDM. GG's.
GG, Etienne.
GG's.
GG.
So that hammer really hacked me up.
Yeah,
Yes.
you went up doing pretty much all the overworld locations.
Yeah, I full cleared the overworld. I don't know. Did you have the Samaria early?
Not early, but before the hammer. Like at some point, I gained Misermeyer access, so I did that. Like I don't know when that was, 40, 50 minutes, something like that. And then when I found nothing in Meyer, I went to kill Lano and found the cane, and then went back.
Yeah.
And then I figured people wouldn't go for the cane very often, so I kind of beelined to pod, picking up stuff on the way, but kind of beeline to pod afterwards because I figured the hammer would be there.
No, I got the cane right after the Moon Pearl. I was just like, you know what? There's 2 items on Lamo. I'm right here. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I thought about doing it, but I think I didn't have magic or something. At the very least, I kind of was hesitant to do it. But
I wasn't going to do it, but then I
bow.
got the bow from the
Yeah.
Iron Shed, and I was like, okay, that's good enough. I can do that.
I mean, I can do that as well, but my NMG Landmolars is atrocious, so there's that.
Well, I was able to do only fire rod shots, but the bow was good to have as a backup. But yeah, I full cleared just about everything. The only things I didn't do, I never dipped ice without the hammer, and I never touched Eastern. But besides that, I full cleared pretty much the entire game.
Almost last located the hammer.
Ooh. I mean, I did a lot of overworld as well, but I didn't do stuff like bombos or Reaper tablets.
Yeah,
like
after I got
finding
that
the book.
After I got that book, I prioritized those tablets, and of course, it was nothing.
Like in my experience, fetch quests, which you get kind of late in the logic, are usually bait. So
yeah, but I mean, I
follow
wanted to just because it came off of the cane. I wanted to. I don't know. I wanted to say I got the cane.
Follow that.
Yeah, follow it. Yeah, I ended up doing Skull Woods, killed Mothula for a compass.
Same though. I kind of thought that maybe the hammer some pets, so and I also miscounted keys in Skull Woods, so I went straight to Moth and I was like, oh yeah, there was that story.
Yeah, but Ethium did check the pad first and decided to go to Mothula as well, not checking that boss chest first.
Yeah, I should
Because
have went back and
Mothula is
checked the
faster
big
than
chest.
checking the boss chest.
Well, I don't know. I had to go all the way back to check the big chest. I was just like, Mothula's not that long to do.
Yeah, well, anyway, you were in lead on our restream until Illus found that Cane of Sumeria.
Oh. Yeah. It was an interesting seed. I just wish I went to pod earlier.
Yeah, that happens.
I share your sentiment of not liking pods, and I totally agree with your decision. I figured if you went to pod early in the seed, you were kind of screwed, because you found the hammer before the cane.
Yeah.
And then you end up full clearing swamp ice. I don't know. So I think we both got kind of lucky still.
Yeah.
We talked about the start earlier. How do you like having Ice Rod as very early and then getting the Fire Rod?
Yeah, that was interesting. Ice Rod right there in Sank. And surprisingly, Turtle Rock was a crystal, so that was good.
And then having no sword and then finding all 3.
Yeah.
No sword for, 20 minutes or something like that, nearly. And then finding all 3 swords.
Yeah, I don't mind swordless so much. The thing that was annoying me was just like not having magic for the longest time. I had like any sort of weapon.
What annoyed me was that I couldn't use my blue boomerang to stun things
Ah,
when
yeah.
swordless. That was so annoying.
Yeah, you
And,
checked that, didn't you?
I wanted to check the stun price, but the guards didn't
Yes.
let me.
And Ethium was
yeah.
digging for magic.
Oof.
Oh yeah, I dug up a few bits of grass looking for magic.
You were like, what? He has enough bombs, he has money, what is he digging for?
Yeah,
And then,
sometimes.
oh, magic!
Yeah, sometimes like you can dig up a full magic.
Yeah.
But you have to get lucky for it.
I hope you enjoyed the seed giving you boots and flute early and putting you on a hammer hunt. You rarely see that.
Yeah, I mean, I can never complain about any seed that gives you boots and Kakariko.
I sure can.
I guess you can complain about
There
anything.
have been so many atrocious seeds. Like it doesn't matter if you have boots and keg and flute. Like if the randomizer decides to be mean, then it is mean, and then you still take like 1 hour 50 to finish the seed, or maybe close to 2 hours. And I've had a lot of bad experiences overall, but obviously boots and flute increase the efficiency in which you can do the checks. So
Yeah, I mean, I had the whole overworld cleared at like 50 minutes, and then I was like, okay, I guess I gotta start diving dungeons now.
overworld is overrated.
Yeah, I guess we're about to wrap things up here. So, EDM, Illis, do you have any final words to give before we wrap up?
Yeah, so thanks for the commentary tracking, and Etium for proposing the 1v1 restream. It was fun. And I guess if possible, follow the league, guys, if you want to, because the players are about to happen, and my team is qualified. I think Etium's yours as well, right?
We have to win both our remaining games to qualify.
Oh, I
If
see.
we go 1-1, I'm not sure what happens. We might have to do a tiebreaker or something.
I see. Yeah. So then good luck on that one.
No, thanks.
I hope that the viewers follow and enjoy the league, and it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And don't forget to follow these two runners. The running runners command currently not working, but I'm sure you find Ethium and Illis if you search for them. And I wanna thank Niels and Alex for commentating so great along with me.
Oh, of course. Thank you for doing commentary with me as well. And also a huge shout out to Jinxiger for doing the tracking, even though the tracker wasn't really working. But that's the tracker, right?
It's never working. It's always the same. So the tracker has to put up a lot of skill into it.
But there is more randomizers to watch out for. There is a lot of league action going on. So don't miss out. There's plenty of races coming up. Both the Speed Gaming channels and the A Link to the Past Randomizer League channels. So don't miss out. And also a lot of thank you for the all good stuff. And I guess good night.
Yes, good night. Don't miss the common daily races in the next few days.
Bye-bye.